gonna go do next? I'm gonna click on editable poly, select the whole 3D model, go click the select on uniform scale, and I'm going to scale this cover a little bit, the way to fit the memory and stuff like so. So I need to go ahead and bring my memory now. So I'm gonna go ahead and on height, I'm gonna click on that monitor display icon, click on it, and find hide all. I'm gonna click on it, and it's gonna bring me the memory. Now I can go ahead and scale it down in that middle triangle, which gonna scale down every single axis up to where I'm gonna be comfortable, up to the size of the memory. And using my viewports, I'm going to try to bring it and position it. As you can see, I'm working with all my viewports at the same time. This needs to have them. And using the select uniform tool again, I'm going to maybe scale it by X, then scale it by Y, and then maybe scale it by Z, by X over here in front. So it's gonna bring that things on the side. Let me show it to you in perspective, like they have on their picture, like so. Okay, maybe a little bit more. Let's like so. And let's click F9 and see what we have. Alright, and yeah, we have a nice cover. We have ourselves a nice cover. Nice. And as you can see, it's saying box 2. Instead of box 2, I'm gonna say memory heatsink. So it's gonna heatsink, take away the heat from the memory. That's the way it's designed, as I know it as a hardware enthusiast. Alright, so we got it. We got the way we want it. Look almost the same. We can, it's look like a laptop memory. What we can do, we can select both objects like so. Like first you gotta select somewhere an empty space, and then drag and move your mouse, hold it, move it, the square, select them, scale them, make it like so. Yeah, make it like desktop memory now. Okay, and proportional scale like so, like over here, as you can see. Can be precise. I'm just by typing those numbers on the bottom, X, Y, Z, the way you want to scale it, or just using the tool. You can see those numbers changing. Just using the tool to do it by yourself, but you get an idea. So here's our memory. Now I'm just gonna go ahead and bring the black texture on our thing, or actually I'm gonna make it OCZ gold, like the way I have it, but only my PCB is black. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just going to click M, and first I gotta select, shut down the M material browser, select my memory heatsink, make sure it's memory heatsink over here, click M, bring material editor, and I'm gonna click over here and on my fourth material, and I'm gonna name it memory heatsink texture, and I'm gonna go standard arch and design, apply that. As you can see, there is a bunch of options you can texture your 3D model, but I'm not going to talk about it. This is the basics. Please watch my other tutorials where we'll go deeply inside and talk about this and that and textures and deep inside about the modeling. Select template. I'm going to use copper, and then I'm going to go ahead and click assign material to selection, and you can see it's assigned. It's in different color, turn different color. I'm gonna click F9, make sure pen view I'm at my perspective to see what I have. Nice, beautiful and nice. It's you can place a nice photorealistic scene over here. Just bring some more lights, make it so cool, and place it on the table. But that's what now I'm not going to do. So you just learn how to do the basics. Okay, and yeah, you can see it's look like a memory, and I can use for my own graphics. And actually, while I'm doing this tutorial, I'm about to create a nice project for you people. It's going to be a very educational project for Moroz Academy, and that's why I'm doing this memory. Don't miss it out. It's going to be another project, not about the 3D, but it's a secret for now. Make sure you subscribe to my channel to see the other video. As you can see, it's beautiful, and if I'm going to bring another light, more light, go create, go to lights, standard area omni, and over here from the back, so it's going to render it. It's gonna bring some light to a back. So I can see now both sides, and even from the top. I'm gonna make this light a little bit like to the top. I'm gonna bring some light on the top as well. And maybe make sure it's located, and maybe bring it a little bit closer, like so. Okay, that's not enough light. I can bring another light. You can go to modify, and you can say intensity and 3 or 5. It's gonna bring so much light. Okay, you can see it's brought so much light, and if I'm gonna take it away, it's just going to be brighter. Okay, and bring another light to the top, just highlight the top, just play with this. Or to put the light right here. It's just basic. I'm not gonna talk about too much about the lighting today. How to copy the light, make an instance. You click an object of the light in X or Y axis. Make sure you're select the move tool, holding shift button and move it in X or Y axis, and it's gonna create another instance. Or you're gonna say copy, it's gonna just copy it, and now I have more than one light, and it's like pretty cool and awesome. Alright, and you can play and modify, change the color of the light, bring the textures, and blah 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 blah. We are not going to discuss this tonight, right now, and in this video tutorial. So you just learn how to create the memory with the cover. Alright, and you can see I just brought the diffuser closer and brought that light nicely, and you just learn how to create that memory, and we just create our own edition, which is OZZ that I have on my computer right now. That memory only has some clips. You can create those clips on an extra object using and put it over here. That's what I'm gonna do actually, real quick, to show you the other modifier real fast. Or maybe no, I'm not gonna do this in this video tutorial. So what I'm gonna do right now, I'm just gonna create the CPU processor unit, and we're gonna call this tutorial done, and just because it's gonna take so much time. So I'm gonna go ahead and select memory and the slave of the memory, or you can select it the other way. You can go to select by name, click on that icon, and it's gonna bring you the window where you can select and deselect some parts that you don't need. Look like it's gonna bring you the window real fast, but my computer is still thinking. So you can see it's selected memory PCB and memory heatsink. With the control you can add some light, or with the control click on it again, deselect it. And I'm gonna go ahead and hide it for now. Hide selection. And let me go ahead and click create and geometry box, and I'm gonna create the CPU now. I'm gonna just do the box, go to modify. I'm gonna say 200 by 200, so it's going to be perfect square by 200 by maybe 20 is fine, or maybe by 5, maybe by 10. Okay, and let me go ahead and I want to say lens 2, 2, and 2, 2, 2, and 2, like so. Okay, the next step, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna click right click, convert to editable poly, right click on the box on the name, editable poly. Are you familiar with that? Then I'm gonna go to polygons, and I'm gonna go and select object, and I'm going to select the polygons on the top and on the bottom. The next thing, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna scroll down over here in my polygon options, and I'm gonna say inset, and by 15, gonna click enter. Okay, so it's gonna bring me some little inset. It's going to create an extra polygon inside. I'm gonna say okay. And now I'm gonna deselect the bottom polygon. Deselect that inset from the bottom. Just keep it, as you can see, 4, and on top we got 4. I'm gonna deselect from the bottom. As you learn how to do it, Alt button and deselect like so from the selection, not anymore in one of our viewport. The next thing, I'm gonna extrude by so, it's fine. Gonna say okay. So this is the top cover of our CPU, and I'm fine now. Then I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna select those 4 polygons from the bottom, and just those 4 polygons, and then they need the top cover like so. The next thing, what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna go ahead and scroll it down. Gonna click tessellate, click on settings, and I'm gonna tessellate by 6. Click enter. Not, as you can see, I don't have enough polygons. I want to create those pins like in the old school CPUs, like P4 and Core 2 Duo, old ones, because the new one like Core i7 and newer Core 2 Duo, they having this socket built in those pins, and CPU doesn't have them anymore. But on the old schoolers like P4, Pentium 4, and all AMD 64 used to be the pins on the CPU, and that's what I'm trying to create. And maybe I'm gonna say apply 12, and not enough, apply 12 again. Okay, that's fine. Okay, you can see how many I have. So many now. I'm gonna click OK. Next thing, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go ahead and click inset again, but this time I don't want to inset this inside, like create the extra polygons inside. I want to say by polygon, inset in every single polygon, and I'm gonna say by 1. Click enter, and it's gonna inset inside of those polygons, and maybe by 2. Let me see, or maybe by 3. Yeah, by 3. I'm gonna say okay. So like little squares, and I'm gonna extrude by 10 is fine. You can see those legs, and that's fine. If now I'm gonna just go ahead and render it by F9, I have my CPU with extruded legs, those pins, and now it's time to texture it, and it's ready to go. Okay, so I'm